Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be drawing a little mini teto. Yes, a little mini teto. I was not planning on drawing another teto today, but then I looked at my comments and realized I got like 3 times the amount as I normally do. I think people like teto, so we're gonna draw another one. But we're still going to stick with what I was originally going to draw today. And I don't know why I drew 3 circles. I didn't need to. But this one will be her head, and this will be her body. It's going to be a little one, and we're just going to draw her in a big ol' coat-type cloak thing. I just saw a picture of a dude in a cloak and thought, what if I drew a really oversized one, like on a small character? That'd be funny. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try and draw a really, really big one on a little itty-bitty character. She's going to be this tall, and then we want the cloak to go down to, like, right here. We might make her a little taller, just so you can see some of her legs. Because I do want you to be still. Oh wait, but then I have to draw her shoes. Shit, I didn't think about that. We'll come with that later. None of my references. Okay, if you're gonna be like that, you don't get to be on my arm. None of my references have shoes. But whatever. I'm sure that will be fine. Alright. So we could copy exactly the coat that I saw, or the coat like slash cloak thing that I saw, but I don't want to copy it exactly because that's just kind of boring. So we're not gonna look at it. I do have it up there in case I forget what I'm drawing, which I sure as hell will, but we're not gonna look at it. We're just going to kind of wing it and see what happens, really. Let's go ahead and block out shapes first, see if we can get some good shapes in here for like some fabric maybe. There, that's something. Maybe it connects right here. And that's how it crosses, or why it crosses right here. You know, we could also add the little, like, Teto does have little details on the trim of hers. We could try to detail this like Teto's outfit to try to make it match her and not just be like a random thing. I can't guarantee that I'm gonna do that though. I'll sure as hell try, but like I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off is what I'm trying to say. Okay. This is currently looking like it is. It's not perfect. It's fine. We just got a giant cloak that's kind of weirdly put together. Okay, if we're gonna have it connect here, then I think I want this to be honestly just more flat because it does look a little weird, it reaching out that far. So we'll go like that, then go like this. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. It's not great, but not bad. We'll leave it for now because I want to add a little bit of her body in here. So this is where her body would actually be. This is where her pelvis would start. So this is where her legs would be. We don't have to worry about her arms because I'm going to make sure of that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing right there. We're just gonna leave that be for now. I do want to add little pouches because I do remember the other one had little pouches on it, and like belts and zippers and stuff. We'll try to like add some stuff, but we still need to add her little legs. I don't know how to draw little chibi legs, and what would she be wearing? I guess, I don't know. We can just say she's wearing a skirt, and then so that we just don't have to draw pants. She's wearing tights, I don't fucking know. Alright, oh wait, she's standing straight at us, so the leg actually curves like that. that, but no, I don't like that. We're going to do, oops. We're going to do something that I should have done in the first place. We've got this, we've got this, we've got the legs that will be right here and here. We've got the balls of the legs right here and here. Go here, we want the legs to be half of the body, so this is half the body, so her knees would be right here. God, she's so disproportionate. Alright, hold on. If I were to draw her like this, but then she looks really weird because her shoulders are so broad. So that was a little bit of a mistake on my part. We'll go ahead and unbroaden her shoulders. Didn't realize I was making her shoulders that broad. Yep, there we go. Erase that. It's honestly fine with me because some of those areas were a little bit iffy at best. What now though? Because they're still wrong here. I'm gonna add a t-shirt. There's the t-shirt. Here's where her skirt would be. Go down to like here-ish. So her legs are here and here. Go down to here. Knees here. Toesies here. Alright, we're just not gonna bother with shoes or feet right now. Just draw shitty little versions. Alright, that one's obviously much better because I used the secret technique of fucking thinking ahead. There. We didn't really do it there, but that one turns out fine. Okay, yeah, sure. I would have liked to cover her legs more, which technically I still could have. I could have just fucking positioned her however I wanted. It's my fucking drawing. If I wanted to put her feet right there, I could have done that. And I still might, honestly. But I would like to make this little neck thingy much larger, actually. Because it was larger in the original. It was actually covering the guy's face, and he was, you know, a full-grown adult. This wasn't oversized. Right. And I want it to be oversized. And so I want it to be like that. So if there's any, we'll have it go back. But her face is right here. Her face is getting covered by that thing. So we don't have to actually draw her chin. That's actually kind of nice. I didn't want to. I never want to. I feel like I always mess the chins up. That's not actually true about not wanting to, but how are we gonna draw her eyes this time? I did mess up her eyes quite a lot last time because I didn't really plan on adding them. It was just an impulse thing, and then they kind of turned out a little bad. So how do we want to do her eyes? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of basic anime girl eyes. I want them to be rounder though. She needs to look nicer, softer. Cause she's, oh wait, she's, this is like a chibi version, right? I could draw the little eyes like this, right? I could do eyes like that. She's got a big old coat on and she's happy about her big old coat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because then she'll look happier. Alright, and we'll make sure to add shine in her eyes when we do this with a finer pencil. Alright. Let's try and make that look a little more excited. I don't know how to actually make these look excited. I'm just full on guessing, but eyebrows would be up then, and little mouth right here would be smiling, but how the hell do I do a freaking smile? I guess she can have a big old wide open smile. And then we gotta give her her hair, her teto hair. How are we gonna draw her hair? Well, we're gonna first start with the center because, well, that's just the easiest part. Easiest part to start with. Alright, then we're going to draw the little outer bits. Alright. Now, I can never remember exactly how her things are, but I think it's one big one on the bottom and then one smaller one on the top. At least that's what I do. I genuinely, that could be just something that I picked up from just drawing, but I'm pretty sure that's how her thing looks. Okay, I'm trying to draw a little bit harder here so that I can see, but that might fuck me up a little bit later. Alright. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Not perfect, but fine. Now we need to give her the top of her head. Well, actually, let's go ahead and give her the drills first, he says, whilst finishing the top of her head. I kind of want to do the top of her hair like a little drill, because she's got drill hair. So I think it'd be interesting to do that, but yeah, it's a little iffy, but it's fine. I don't know. When I do that on my characters, I like to have the shape have a reason. Have specific reasons for the shape, but also a lot of my characters cover their faces, so, or at least large amounts of their faces. Alright. Like Banana Man, he covers his face, but that's not intentional. He just straight up can't take that pumpkin off his head, so. We got Wimp. She doesn't really cover her face, but her face does get covered a lot because of her witch hat does cover a large amount of her face. And then the thing around her neck can also cover her face because it's oversized. Right. There we go. I really need to get some more characters and just some more default clothing that doesn't cover up so much of their bodies, because I was making all the characters in certain ways because I was compensating for what I was unable to do, but I'm now able to draw in clothing, at least somewhat. But, well, that's Banana Man. I draw him if I don't feel like drawing a face. We draw Banana Man because he's got a pumpkin on his head. If I don't feel like drawing clothes, I draw Wimp because she's just a giant thing of cloth. That's really like Wimp's thing is basically this. Alright. And they're really the only two characters I draw in video. I've got a couple others, decent amount of others, but I don't really draw them on video. I think I've drawn Jax in videos one time, but that's not even his name. That's just what his name is on Artfight. His name is actually Tinker Tank. I just need to change it. Alright. I'm not good with names, so I decided to just lean into the fuck it, everybody gets a weird ass name. Nobody has normal names because I couldn't come up with any normal names. So we got Banana Man, we got the man with no name, and then worst of all, we got Lloyd. You gotta have some people with normal names in there. No, he's got a normal name because he was the one who made the whole group of people who ends up traveling together, and everybody else has stranger names. He grew up with the man with no name. Which, the man with no name, I'm curious. I still don't know how I want his name to be handled. I think I want his name to never, just never be said. Obviously, he's the man with no name. But I think I want his name to be known in the world. I just want it to, anytime anybody tries to say his name, they get cut off. Anytime his name's written down, it's not shown or something like that. I just think that'd be funny. He's the man with no name, but he has a name. But I don't know if I'll do that. I might decide to actually just straight up and not give him a name. And I could do whatever. Because I am not a writer, so every single thing that I make for my little story changes constantly because I don't know how to make anything coherent. Right. I'm a very bad writer, by the way. Alright. There we go. Let's go ahead and make that go up. It's a little bit foldy and weird and like kind of doesn't follow all the rules of how the hell any of this should work, but I don't care. It's fine. Alright. There we go. Alright, it's very, very messy, but now we're going to try and clean it up and make it look all nice. This is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. How long is this? 16 minutes? Awesome. We're going to cut to time lapse. I will be back in probably like 15 minutes. Alrighty, in just 4 seconds under 15 minutes, I'm done. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I, as you can very, very clearly see, changed the entire drawing. It was originally just meant to be, I don't know, a big, like, strap of fabric that was all over her. I changed my mind because I realized, hey, these kind of look like sleeves. So I decided, why not turn them into sleeves? And she just found a really big coat. So yeah, and that's the end of this video. I actually do really like this. It turned out a lot better than I expected it to turn out. So yeah, have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Subscribe.